All right, guys, because you asked, this is the second bodybuilding update video. I'm the anime trainer, and today I'm going to take you through the pain that I've experienced this past week, which has been German volume training, the B version of it. Um, it's been interesting. It's 3 days lifting and 3 days sort of cardio mobility stuff. And it has I'm happy that it's not been lifting every day, honestly, just because it's good to have that sort of break. And honestly, the volume is still there, you know, with that many sets of exercises. Even though there's only 4 exercises per workout, it's like 20 sets per body part for the week, like for total volume. So it's definitely in the realm of where it needs to be for the volume of the week. It's just sort of collapsed into a single workout. And let me tell you, super sore after some of these workouts. So I can definitely say, ow. I noticed that for my incline stuff, I'm having to use a little less incline because the incline bench that they have at my gym is and puts it way too much in my shoulder. So I put a 45-pound bumper plate underneath the bench, raised it up a little bit. I put a little bit more in the upper pec instead of really being in the shoulder because it was bad. And I don't normally feel that when I do incline bench, but I think that's just because I'm not doing as many reps because it's 10 sets of 10 and it just started like grinding it and not like grinding it in the shoulder, but it was just absolutely painful, burning in the front delt, and it was way too much. But once I shifted the bench up some, that ended up helping. And so tried to do some different stuff this week with the exercises. Implemented some face pulls to try to work on external rotation of the shoulder and some with the upper back. And deadlifts are coming back. I don't know if I said this last video, but I did hurt my back at one point when I was living in Massachusetts. I slept on the ice a couple of times, and so my deadlift has been sort of. I've been really wary about putting it under weight, but I played safe with it. I did 225 for 10 sets of 6, and it did pretty well. My ego was like, put more weight on the bar, but I was like, nah, we're just gonna let it ride for a little bit. And it ended up being okay. And I'm glad that I didn't go too hard because that with the 10 sets of leg press and the 10 sets of walking lunges, my hamstrings were kind of toasted. So yeah, I actually had to wake up 2 nights in a row, last night and the night before last, at about 2 in the morning, and spend some time with the massage gun on my legs, quads, hams, calves, because they were just cramping in the middle of the night. And I've been killing water and trying to, and just an enormous, I'll get to that in a second. But I've been trying to make sure that I am doing the recovery things necessary with stretching and spending time with the massage gun and the little spiky ball that I have, just to make sure that I'm not overly tight and end up cramping. But it's just when you're working that hard, it's hard to get around that. But like I was saying a second ago, I've just been eating a ridiculous amount of food. Probably going to do a bulking period of about 12 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks, and then I'll probably cut for 4 to 6 weeks, just so that I'm not continuously bulking the entire time. And then when it's time to cut for contest, I've got a ridiculous amount of stuff to worry about. And plus, I want to try to avoid something like visceral fat or something like that collecting if I'm bulking for too long. Because I know I'm eating at least 3,000 calories a day. My dad, poor man, he is eating even more than I am because his metabolism has always been really, really fast. It's a lot easier for him to cut, but he is getting to that point where it's like, oh my God, I don't want to eat anymore. And he's, eating multiple times a day, and it's just, he wakes up every morning and I look at him and I'm like, dude, you're leaner than you were yesterday, even though you just ate a whole bunch of food. It's like, I'm sorry. You know, and that's rough. It's weird that he's such a hard gainer, and as far as like body fat, like it's hard for me to lose it. Um, but you find what numbers work for your metabolism, and you play the numbers, and that's really all it is. Um, Side note on dad, I was actually looking at some of the what options we were going to do for his competitive um, class, and we were initially thinking that he was going to go do like physique, men's physique, um, just because he has some issues with his shoulder mobility and he may not be able to get up into like a front double bicep. But we've been working on shoulder mobility, has been getting better, and I think that he can probably pull it off. On that note, I was looking at the 2019, because there wasn't a 2020 because of COVID stuff, 2019 division for over 60 bodybuilding, and I'm fairly certain that he could smoke that class now. So give that a year for him to get bigger, and he might trash that thing. And so I'm thinking, how far can we take his over 60 victories, considering that he's in pretty good shape now? And when he finally leans out, he's going to be like, he's that lean where you like see individual striations of the muscle. So it's like nasty, nasty lean. So I'm excited to see how far we can push it. If he destroys at this next, whenever we do the competition, so not this year, but next year, I'm going to see if maybe we can't get him to go to some sort of NPC regional thing. I don't know what the next competition is. I need to do some more research. And then if maybe we can't even get him a pro card, because I think that would be pretty cool. But heck, if we get him a pro card, that'd be fantastic. I really wasn't anticipating that, but as I look at the over 60 competitors, they seem to be guys who maybe didn't used to compete, and then maybe started working out later in life, and now they're competing now just because it's something to do. But dad's in this weird position where he's sort of trained for many, many years, but only didn't compete a whole. He only competed once, but he's not. It's not like he's just been working out for like the past 5 years. He was, of course, coming off that period of layoff because of the hip issue, but he picked it up. Muscle memory worked fantastic for him. He picked it up pretty quickly. So I am excited to see how far he can go with that. For myself, still don't know what I'm going to do. Have no idea how big I'm going to get. I might end up doing physique because I might be, hashtag team small fat week, as I'm the leader of that. If you guys are not following me on, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at the anime trainer, please do that because that's where all my daily updates go for my lifts and whatnot, and where you'll be able to see all the stuff that I'm doing from day to day. And then I'll kind of come back here and recap everything with you guys. And as I hit some milestones for myself, as far as like how I look, I'll try to catalog those. I'm still not feeling. I don't feel. I'm just starting, I guess. I don't feel very big, and I still feel fat. But of course, that's normal for me because I'm, in the process of bulking, and I always feel fat. So I've never really felt comfortable having my shirt off, even when I was very lean for fighting. Just because, even when I was lean for fighting, I still had like a little bit of like fat right around the midsection for my love handles or whatever, and it was very frustrating. But I am, once I put on some size, maybe that cut will be easier and it won't be so bad. But I just kind of wanted to give you an update for week 2. Well, this is not week 2 of the training, but it is week 2 for the updates. And if you guys have specific questions about the program that we're doing, or if you'd like to have me talk about anything specific in this journey, let me know. As far as the food is going, like I said, I'm eating a lot of food, and I'm trying to, as best I can, get as much, like a fair amount of protein, probably about a gram to a gram and a half per pound that I weigh. And then just trying to eat a variety of foods so that I can still stay healthy, because I don't want to just eat, a bunch of different high-fat foods or something like that just because trying to get calories in. I'm learning a lot. I'm definitely learning a lot. I'm having to do a lot of research just because it's really sports specific stuff. And as a trainer, I know a lot about a lot of different things. But when you're trying to specialize in something, you really gotta like sink yourself into it. So I'm trying to do my best, trying to learn some different stuff. Dad's doing the same thing, and it's been helpful. Maybe I'll break down like supplements or something that I'm taking, or because as you get older, you got like joints and stuff that hurt. So you sometimes it's good to take stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about that next time. But yeah, this journey is going to be fun. I am enjoying it so far. I hope that you guys enjoy this process since this is just the second one. And maybe next time I'll show, like I said, my supplement stuff and maybe some more like actual workout stuff that's not just on the TikTok or Instagram. But thank you guys very much for sitting through this. If you've gotten here, through this so far, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, so you can follow along with the normal videos that we do, as well as the bodybuilding updates. Since these right now are sort of like free form stuff, I'm not really like trying to make these super viral stuff, but maybe that'll change later. In any case, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, guys, good luck and train hard.